Hey everyone, before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and join the fam, trust me. You won't want to miss what's coming. I still regret making that comment. Not in the way you think. Not there. Not with him right in front of me. It started as innocent teasing during our meal, a playful joke I thought would underline how solid and trusting Alex and I were. But the second the words left my mouth, his expression shifted. The spark in his eyes dimmed and his easy smile wavered. Before I could even process it, that one thoughtless quip cracked open a reality I wasn't ready to face. Chill out, Alex. I laugh, reaching for another slice of cheesy bread. You're not seriously worked up over Jordan, right? He's basically family to me. Alex stayed quiet. He just stared at his plate, lazily nudging a chunk of meat with his fork. I never said I was jealous, he muttered. I just can't understand why he keeps popping up in every story you tell, every message, every outing. It's like he's always there. I let out a dramatic sigh. Oh, please. He's my closest friend. You've known that since long before we got married. He nodded, eyes still downcast. Sure, but lately it feels off. The word off hit harder than I expected. Soft, yet sharp. It lingered between us even after the server cleared our plates. That night, sleep refused me. Alex's words echoed endlessly in my mind. I grabbed my phone and scrolled through my chats until I found the most recent one from Jordan. You were stunning today. Wish we had more time together. I hadn't replied, not from lack of desire, but because the right words escaped me. Jordan had been part of my life for 10 years. We'd met in university, grown alongside each other, shared highs and lows. He was my anchor when I scored a big project, when my mom was sick, when Alex proposed. He'd always been my rock. But lately, something had shifted. His messages lingered, coated in subtle praise and humor that felt almost personal. And while I never crossed any line, I hadn't exactly built one either. A small part of me, I'll admit, enjoyed the attention. The next day, Alex barely spoke. He brewed coffee, skimmed the news, moved through the kitchen like I wasn't there. The silence drove me insane. Hey, I murmured, brushing his elbow. Still bothered, he looked up, worn. If you keep tossing out comments like that, knowing the effect they have. His words squeezed my chest. Alex, it was just teasing, I said. He interrupted, firm. Don't pretend you're just friends. I see how he looks at you. The words hit hard. I opened my mouth, but he placed his cup down and held my gaze, steady, direct. A couple of days later, he mentioned staying late at the office. Perfectly normal. So when Jordan texted about grabbing a bite, I agreed. We met at a cozy pasta spot downtown. Low lights, soft music, more date-like than casual. I tried to push the thought aside. Jordan greeted me with a hug. You're glowing, he said. I laughed. You say that every time, but it's accurate. The evening started smoothly. Laughter, shared stories, little jokes. But his hand brushed mine now and then, lingering a beat too long, and my pulse skipped. Midway through, he leaned closer. Honestly, he whispered, if I didn't know better, I'd say your husband doesn't deserve you. Jordan, I murmured. No, really, he pressed. You shine around me. That spark's gone when you talk about him. I froze, air caught in my lungs. Then a familiar voice cut in, maybe because she barely mentions me at all. I glanced up. Alex stood at the doorway, watching us. His face betrayed nothing, but my stomach dropped. He advanced slowly, eyes moving from me to Jordan, from my shame to Jordan's grin, which vanished under Alex's stare. Alex, this isn't what it looks like. I stammered. He raised a hand. No, just no. The room blurred. Utensils clinked. Conversations faded. All I could hear was my heartbeat. I thought I was overreacting, Alex said softly, his voice steady but fragile. I thought my worries were baseless. You assured me they weren't. You laughed when I voiced unease about your closeness. And now this. Tears blur my vision. Alex, it's not like that. He let out a sharp, bitter laugh. Classic excuse. We were just chatting, right? I offered a week. Yes? Then why the guilty face? He asked, voice cracking. Why does it feel like I've already been edged out? I reached for him, but he recoiled. You know what hurts the most? He breathed. Not tonight. It's feeling this drift for weeks, and you letting me spot it. He turned to leave. Panic surged through me. Alex, wait. Don't go. I haven't crossed any line. He stopped, rigid. No turnaround. Exactly, Mia. You didn't need to. Betrayal isn't always action. Sometimes it's permission. And with that, he left. That night, I sat alone in our quiet home, staring at the half-empty bottle of Vino on the counter. His words looped endlessly. It's about what you permit. Inside, I knew he was right. Jordan called, messaged, then appeared at my door. I hadn't intended it to escalate. I thought he was exaggerating. But now, I truly saw it. The sly looks, the subtle maneuvers, the quiet claims. He's not overreacting. I admitted to myself. I allowed it. I played along, and Jordan's expression crumbled. Mia, go. I urged softly. Once he left, I lingered in the dim glow until dawn, weighed down by my choices. Days blurred into weeks. Alex stayed away, claiming he needed space. Calls, texts, even showing up at his motel when unanswered. Then, one evening, his message came. You stayed faithful, Mia, but you stopped choosing me long before that night. I can't pour love into someone already checked out. It hit harder than any argument we'd ever had. 3 months later, my ring is still on, though the mark underneath fades. I still replay that night in my mind. The joy, the hush, the moment he saw the truth I refuse to face. Betrayal isn't always hidden touches or secret deeds. Sometimes it's subtle, gradual, a drift in focus, loyalty slipping quietly until you realize it's gone. Flipping through old photos of us smiling together, I hear his words echo again.